Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Today, it has been again a few days. I have been on the most phenomenal journey and trip of my life. So I will definitely post a video about that soon. I definitely want you to hear all the good news and everything that's happening for me and my family, and hopefully I can share some ways to help you and your family as well. So with that being said, my name is Camille Nicole, and those of you who are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and definitely just look for my videos weekly, if not daily. I try to post daily. I have so much material that I want to go through that I might do certain topics on different days. So just stay tuned and look out for that. If something I say you feel like has helped you, and you know someone else who may be looking or searching for just some help, some support, please share my video as well. So hopefully you all can hear me well. I am surrounded by birds right now. I'm outside my community and just wanted to get some fresh air. So I did this video just to change the scenery up. And we've been on this topic of child custody and what it is and how it is, and I have so much to say about this topic. You all just would not believe everything I have to say. I do take phone calls from friends and people that just have heard some of the things that I've been through, and I'm able to help some others in it. So I wanted to create this channel so that I would be helping more than just the ones who know me, but there are so many people out here who might be struggling with the same thing and not really know how to do it. I was trying to go in a specific order and how I wanted to put it out, but I'm just going to give it to you how I feel like God is revealing it to me and how I think it should flow from my mouth. And believe me, I'm pretty sure I will get on a topic. If I have not already created a video on it, there is going to be something on that topic. And if not, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to know about custody issues, about relationships, about the I don't want to call it, the typical term would be baby mama or baby daddy, and I'm not going to use those terms here, but your child's father or your child's mother. If you have a question or comment about that, please drop it down below so that I'm able to address it. No negativity at all. I'm not going to respond to it. I'm basically here to just educate some others. I do not have legal aid, but I do have experience, and I've done a lot of research on these things. So as we get started today, I want to talk about what to do while the kids are away. What to do while the kids are away. So whether this is a new transition for you where you are all in one household and now mom or dad has moved out, and you know every other weekend you're rotating the children, or every other week or every couple of days, what does that look like for you all? And I am still going to, and I'm gonna commit to doing that this week. I'm going to be doing an actual chart with the different styles of custody orders, between joint custody, visitation, full custody, like all of that, what that looks like, and how many options that there are out there. Of course, I won't hit on all of them, but I'm just going to hit on the most common ones that are seen, and that way you have a more visual of what I'm talking about. But during those times, what are you doing when your children are away? Are you being productive with your time? Are you using that time wisely? Or are we crying? Are we sad? Are we sulking? Are we sitting in anger? What are some things that we can be doing instead of doing that? Yes, we miss our children. Some situations, may be worse than others, and you worry about your children while you're gone. You don't want them to be with the other parent. The other parent may have already started dating someone, and now you have concerns about the other person being around the child. At the end of the day, as long as there is no abuse of any kind, then whatever we feel has to just be, not, I don't want to say thrown out the window, but we have to learn to cope a little bit better with those things, because if the relationship didn't work out, it just didn't work out, and that is what it is. So with the relationship not working out, we have to cope with those consequences that come with that, or those side effects, if that's what you want to call it. There will be another woman involved, there will be another male involved in raising your children when you two don't work out, and that will go for both sides if it has not already. And instead of sitting at home and really thinking about those relationships at the other parent's home and how your child is doing over there, And it's not easy by any means, trust me, I know. But it's very important that we learn to develop ourselves in those quiet moments that we get, because one good thing about the separation and the blessing is that not all moms get an opportunity to take a break at all. Some moms literally have their children 24/7. They don't have time to think. They don't have time to go make their own money. They don't have time to take a self care break. They don't have that type of time. But in the blessing, even though we would like our children 24/7, we don't have them. The blessing that we have is that we do have extra time where our children may be able to go for a weekend, for a week, for a summer. Um, and we must make it as positive as possible for ourselves and for our children. So in doing so, whether the child is gone for a day or weekend, really get some activities down that you want to do. So for instance, plan something fun. Plan a wine and paint night. Plan a movie night with the girls. Go bowling with the guys. A game night. Like, schedule it out and say, okay, the game comes on this day. I won't have my son or daughter, and I think it'll be a perfect time for me to go have some me time. A lot of times we want to fill that void with another relationship that can turn not so healthy for us, and that's not what we want to do. Um, we don't want just anyone to come into our circle because we're lonely, because we're hurting, and because our children are gone, and we're missing a relationship, we're missing that family life that may have been. So you don't want to just start filling that time with nonsense. You want to be productive in that time, because at the end of the day, your children need to see a better parent in you. So you want to focus on something fun, planning something fun. Focus on goals. What do you want out of life? What do you want from your career, from school? What do you want from all these different avenues of life? You want to write some of those goals down. What are some things that you want for your children? As a family, what are some goals that you could write down? And maybe when your children come back, that'll give you something to look forward to on the day that they do come back. Then you can say, hey, mom or dad, like, if dad is talking, hey, dad did this over the weekend while you were gone, and this is what I want you to see how, what things are we going to work on as a family. And the same for mom. You could learn a new skill. There's sewing and cooking and, learn a new sport. There's basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, all of these different things. Even one weekend, I discovered cornhole? I think we tossed the bag. Like, I still don't even really remember the name of what I was playing, but come to find out, I was super good at it. But in my time, when my children would leave, I would be so sad I couldn't leave the house. I wouldn't do anything. And in a time of discovery, I just happened to go play the game one day, and I was really, really good at it. I never played the game before. Seen it at different carnivals and church events and stuff, but never knew I could do it. And had I not decided to go do something more productive and learn something, I wouldn't have known. So that was a really good thing. Learn a new skill. Art, writing, journaling, things of that sort could really help you get through that time that the children are not there. Read new books and other material. Reading is fundamental. Like, we used to hear it all the time back in school, but never really knew the importance of it. But it is really, really important. Reading can take your mind on so many different levels. You can develop on so many different levels. Read parenting skills that will improve who you are as a parent. Read healing, soul healing books. Read spiritual healing. Anything educational, anything that's really going to get your mind involved into something else other than what's going on while your children are away with the other parent and maybe a whole nother family. There's been circumstances where my children are with friends I have never even met before. I don't know these people, whatever. That could eat you up on the inside. A lot of women say, oh, you're not going to see our child, because they don't want to deal with those emotions. But to be honest, the best thing to do is to deal with those emotions. Allow your child to have a relationship with the other parent, and then fill your time with some positive things that can build you up so you're no longer hurting. Another thing is clean the house. Like, make sure, what kids love is to walk into a clean room where they see that they have been served. Because a lot of times we want to go do this, clean your room, clean this, wash your clothes, da da da. And if they see us just do it one time, they come back surprised, and then you could leave them a little gift on the bed, a little surprise, you know, clean their room up really good, and then leave them a surprise on the bed. That is really nice to do. Get surprises for them. Redecorate the house. Do something, you know, nice where you're changing up cookware, you're changing up your dish towels, you're changing up the rugs, bathroom curtains, and all of that sort of thing, to just let the kids know, like, hey, I really thought you'd like this when you got back from your parents' house, the other parents' house today, and I just want you to see this. So those are really good things. And then don't forget about self-care. It is important to really, really dive into taking care of yourself. You want to, things like go get your hair done, get your nails done, pedicures done. These are for the women, but also for the men. A lot of times, like I've been a licensed cosmetologist for over 15 years, and a lot of things that I realized that males don't always take care of themselves. And whole nother tip, but I mean, men, get your nails clean, get your nails trimmed, get your toes trimmed. These nail shops aren't just here for the decoration of women, you know, for us to decorate our bodies and things of that sort, but they're also here to care for and to make you feel good as well. So you all treating yourselves to pedicures and manicures. No, you don't gotta do the polish, you don't gotta do the whole shebang, but get your nails cleaned and filed and cut, trimmed down, where you look nice. They'll massage your hands for you, and you will feel good as a male. So definitely want to do that. And these, like I said, are just simple steps to making you feel better and helping you feel better about your situation and what you have going on. No family is perfect. No one wants to see their family broken. But at the same time, instead of just sitting in the negativity of it, it would be very, very helpful if you were able to just find different ways to cope. Really get connected to good friends. What else? Take a trip, go out of town, go on vacation, just pamper yourself, nap, sleep, you know, that's a good thing. Take walks, go work out, go do things that you can't do when your child is there, instead of sitting there thinking about, oh, what about my child? And it is hard when you are single, you're by yourself, you're trying to think of stuff to do, your baby may be young, but just know that God is always around, watching your children, watching over you, watching over the situation and scenario. No, it may not have always worked out the way you wanted it to, but that goes back to say, have we always been in God's will? And even if we have not been in God's will and we ended up creating a baby just, you know, in a not so good situation, but we are able to heal and move on from that situation, and know that God still has our children covered, still has us covered, and that we will get out of this on top. So I think that's pretty much it. That wraps it up. I'm going to definitely be sharing more videos. If you have any questions about that, what to do when the kids are away, please let me know, or any comments. I do want to share, I did get this beautiful bracelet. It says family forever from our children, and I have a couple different orders because my children are about 10 years apart. So I will discuss that later in the next video. What are the different types of custody orders and arrangements that we have going on? What are some of the options? That is exactly what the next video is on. So be prepared, take some notes, and definitely send this video to help others. Share, comment, like, and definitely subscribe. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video.